What's up, guys? Happy New Year, first of all. And I wanted to go over some pretty exciting ICOs coming up. I mean, you guys have seen the market cap coming out, right? We're back at the 600 you know, billion-dollar mark. So that's pretty exciting. Let's see, what was that, six something, 680. So we're at 680. So we're back at the we're back where we were, and now Bitcoin's at 15. So we're back at where we were before Christmas. So I mean, that's just normal for every business during Christmas time or whatever. So we saw a huge dip, and now we're back. Holy crap, Cardano, man, that's crazy. Listen, guys, if Cardano isn't one of your top threes, then it better be, because this is the future of cryptocurrency. And don't take my word for it. Go out there and look for it yourself. Okay, so NAM, wow, man, that's crazy. I got this at 20 cents, 17 cents. I got this 17 cents. So we see some pretty interesting gains here. Tron is, oh man, Tron has been crazy. What's going on with Tron? Well, if you guys don't know, Tron is actually burning tokens in March, and they're also, like, a game is being released that's based on that. If you go to CoinMarketCal, you see that's why there's a lot of action behind Tron. So that's still a pretty good price. Remember, you get, whenever you invest into any ICO, not ICO, but any currency, cryptocurrency out there, anything under the 10 cents range is definitely a win, because there's a better likelihood of 10 cents getting a 10x return, and 10 cents turning into $1 than $1 turning into $100, So that's definitely a good time to buy. I always say I don't really look at that. It's just, Tron is definitely one of my top 6. So I put that, this thing, Tron is like my number 4, number 5, or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oh, wow. Let me see. Icon's doing great, guys. And then Verge is going back down to, Verge is still, it is a privacy coin, and 2018 is going to be the year of privacy coins. But let's get to the point why I'm making this video, okay? So, if you don't know about dragonchain, then you really need to get on this and learn about dragonchain. This is it's not a Disney team, but it's the from the affiliate team. They're affiliated with Disney. Like, Disney has had them a project or something like that. There's no, like, actual correlation, but it's the same team, so that's why I give them a high credibility. This is actually an ICO that was pretty heavy. Ian Bellina, if you guys know who Ian Bellina is, he's like the main guy for ICOs and stuff. He's on YouTube. But yeah, I put in $66 in this one. I'm up like $3,500 on 66, so that's pretty great. Anyway, so this is a new chain, essentially, right? And this is their second ICO, Lifeid. Okay, so Lifeid is pretty exciting, and I'll go over it in a bit. But let me just clarify a few things, because I know if you've been like me, and I've been researching like crazy, trying to figure out how you participate, what you need to do. I mean, they don't make it easy. Let's just say that. I mean, it's a great project and everything like that, but these guys just don't make it very easy. But then again, because of that fact, it'll probably be easier for the people that actually look into it, because we'll get in it first. So dragonchain, for all of you who are holding dragons, right? And you can buy them on KuCoin, I think, or Ether Delta. You can buy them there, and if you hold them, you get what's known as a Dragon Slumber Score, right? So the Dragon Slumber Score, pretty much how long you've had them, how long you have your dragons, and if you're holding them. That's basically what your score is. The higher your score, the better percentage that you get as a discount. So let me see if I can find the article over here real quick about this Dragon Slumber Score. So I'll just go briefly. Okay, so the Dragon Slumber Score, right? So you put your, I guess, your address they used in their Dragon Slumber Score system or whatever, and it gives you a score. So if your score is like around whatever, you get to pay if they have a ICO, then that's how much it costs, and then 7, 6, 8, 9, whatever. That's how much it costs for you, right? Pre-sale allotment is 5%. Pre-sale max is 2 million. Okay, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna have a private sell for the dragon holders, and that's great. This is a great strategy because this shot up to like $5 at one point, I think. Right now it's hovering in the $2.50 range. I got in like at less than 10 cents, so I'm happy with this. So yeah, guys, this is I'll tell you right now about Lifeid in a second, but so essentially, if you hold dragons and you don't move them, it accumulates your dragon slumber score, and if you transfer them to another wallet or whatever, your dragons awaken or something like that. That's basically what they're saying, is that they wake up and your score goes down or something like that. So I mean, if you want to look into it, that's essentially the gist of it. But Lifeid, this is the second ICO. The first ICO is really good too because it has to do with trading art, and it's I think look, oh man, I forgot what it is. It should be up here. Let me see. Should be here. Future. Look lateral. There you go. It's basically a chain for, trading fine art. These guys, they already have a business structure and everything, but they're going to adopt the dragonchain as their main blockchain, and they're going to do that. So that's the first one, is coming out January 8th. As a private sell for dragon holders, and I don't know if it's gonna, I'm pretty sure it's gonna have like allocated funds if they don't sell out if you're holding in dragons. But I think it's gonna have another sale after the private sell, so regular people can go in and get in there. So but that's cool because it gives us a good opportunity to get in here first, and that's great. That's what's great about dragonchain too. That's another perk that you have if you're holding, and you better hold, because I mean, at the rate that this is going, it's going to be a great coin for the future to hold, and it gives a value if you're investing in ICOs. I mean, if every ICO that they launch, if you're a holder, I mean, you're going to get discounts and you're going to get a pre-sale for you. So that's just that itself. Why would you want to sell your dragons? I mean, yeah, you get money, whatever, but why would you want to sell if it has that value in itself? So anyway, but look lateral is great. You guys can check it out, but the main thing here is Lifeid. Okay, Lifeid is a very exciting project, and it took me a while to get info on it. Like I said, these guys don't make it very easy to get information on it, but let's get to the point. Okay, all right, here it is. Lifeid, essentially what it is let me see, let me show you here. Okay, Lifeid is basically all of your information. You can pretty much store it in one place, and it's the decentralized, like it's not like in Facebook, right? If you have I would say watch the video after this or before this, whatever, and so you can get a better overview. But okay, essentially what it is you get all your private information, and you don't have to log into any websites, any exchanges, anything that requires your personal information. You don't have to fill out the forms and do all this, this and that. You just have it in one place, and it comes with your biometric ID, right? If you have a phone that has your biometric fingerprint or something like that, you can access your information that way, right? So that's pretty great. That's really great, because before you would have to, like, let's say, sign in with Facebook or something like that, but Facebook owns your information. They sell your information. That's essentially what they do, but you have control of your own identity and your own information on the blockchain. So it's on the blockchain again, so that's pretty great. That's really good for, a really good protection for hacking. Imagine the problems that it's going to solve for the future. Right now, the hacking is a huge thing. I mean, Ether Delta is getting hacked. All this thing they have anywhere where you put your personal data or anything like that, it's vulnerable to a hack attack. So I mean, your information being on the blockchain and you having your own public key, right? So, but if you lose it or whatever, I guess you can make new keys. I mean, you can go ahead and read over this, but let me tell you why. this has real world applications. Okay, real world applications. So let's just say a person has, they make a good reference here to, like, let's say they call it Skybnb, but let's say Airbnb, right? Let's say you sign into your Airbnb account using your Lifeid, right? You buy, you need to go and you have usernames and have passwords and this and that and blah blah. And let's say you book a room in London, right? Then the forward-thinking Airbnb, whatever, let's see, apartment secure. Let's say this is more like of a long-term sort of a scenario, right? Let's say you book a room in London or whatever, and then you access that room with your Lifeid when you get to London or something like that, using your Lifeid, making sure that that's really is you and everything, right? Travel arrives in the apartment, the Lifeid app on their phone to easily and securely unlock the smart lock, right? You have a smart lock on the door, you unlock it with your Lifeid. Because advanced security of Lifeid, an apartment owner can be confident the same person that reserves a room on Airbnb is the person entering the apartment. The user benefits the easy-to-use experience with Lifeid app, removing the need to remember usernames, password, codes. Guys, passwords, usernames. How many freaking passwords do you have for your exchanges? How many different passwords do you have for your social media? Guys, this is great. This is a great project. Think about the real world applications that this has, right? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. So here's another scenario, right? Let me see. Players, okay, so with GSL currently requires players to fill out lengthy applications. Oh yeah, so there you go. So you have, let's say you have a non-profit or whatever, and then somebody else has Lifeid or whatever, and then with your Lifeid, instead of filling out these forms that you have or whatever, you just, I guess, do a peer-to-peer transaction, and then they have your information and everything, and all the information that's required, instead of you filling out, like, imagine all the forms that you're gonna save, right? Of course, this is after the project develops and everything like that. So, but this is literally the future of identity. Okay, this is how big that is. Look, it's solving a massive problem that we have in the world right now. And just, I mean, it's barely going to come out January 29th. It's going to come out for the holders of dragons. This is why DRGNchain is awesome. Holding your dragon tokens, right? Let me see another example. But you get right. I mean, co-working space or whatever, that's a big thing now. Like, I was in San Diego the other day, and I saw that, you know, like a whole building, and there was a bunch of co-working space and a lot of little places or whatever. So, you know, you unlock doors with your Lifeid or whatever. It's basically the smart chip on your phone, you know? It's like, here's who I am, this is who I am, and I can only unlock it, so it's definitely me, you know? So that's pretty great. And let me see. So yeah, that's essentially the gist of the project, right? So of course you go and do your own research and everything like that. So now let's look at the people behind the project. So there's this guy, right? Our professor of the blockchain. And I looked into this guy. This guy's pretty top notch. He's definitely what you would call an all-star in the blockchain game, right? So when we see that, he's the CEO, right? So let's look into this guy's experience. Of course, Lifeid, Vice President of Development of Optimum Energy. That's like, who cares? Let me see. Vice President of Engineering, CTO and founder. There's another project. See more positions. Consultant, Chief Software Architect. I mean, this guy's pretty good, you know. University of Rochester. He got his BS in Electrical Engineering. He has 3 patents, which is really cool. Let me see, 3 patents. So he actually has 3 patents. This guy knows. He's not some just person like startup kid or whatever, you know. This guy's legit. Like, this guy is definitely what you call an all-star. Not just an all-star. He is a leader in his field, right? So I would definitely put my money behind this guy, right? And as it is, I would say DRGNchain has high standards. So for this to even be on that chain, I mean, anything that comes out of DRGNchain, I think as far as the other one too, like, it's gonna be pretty good. So I wanted to tell you about this Lifeid ICO. I'm not sure when it's going to come out for the public, but I know if you're a Dragon token holder, then you lucked out because you're going to have a private sale on January 29th. As far as how we participate, there is no information at this point. The first ICO, which is look at whatever the fine art one was, there still is no really that much information on how to participate. Are we going to have to pay in dragons, or are we going to have to pay in Ethereum? That's a good question. I mean, I guess we won't have answers until the 8th, and for the first ICO, so we can see how that works. I think we're going to get notified. The Dragon holders are going to get notified on how to participate and everything like that. So I see there's no information even about Lifeid either, but this is definitely going to be a great project. You can see the team is good. I mean, I won't go over the other team. That's your job. I mean, you do your due diligence. You know, again, I have to say, like, no investment advice. You know, whatever, you can get burned in ICOs too or whatever. But that's just what I'm doing, and I just wanted to share that opportunity with you guys, share that information with you guys. It took me a while to gather all that information, even though it doesn't seem like it's a lot of information, but it's just scattered everywhere. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave a comment or whatever. And yeah, again, if you have any information, please share that with me. I would greatly appreciate it, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on. Remember, January 8th is the first ICO, and January 28th or 29th is the second ICO, which is the most exciting one in my opinion. So that being said, you guys have a great new year, and let's get these gains, guys. All right, so I'll see you on the next one.